Hey everybody, Benji here with Slow Travel Cost, just making a little video about the fact that we are selling our house. It's probably one of the big things that you do as someone that is retiring and deciding to go travel the world. Either slow travel or fast travel, doesn't matter. But it's a it's a strange thing to sell. My wife and I, Jen, we were talking the other night about how it might be the last house that we sell and the last house that we own. Knock on wood, we can travel and kind of see the world for a bunch of years. We're both 51 is how old we are. And no comments about, man, I thought that guy was 58. Like, I get it. Yeah, I'm old. I'm bald. I'm fat. Gray hair. But it is a little weird. It's a little strange that when we go to dinner, we will talk about the fact that, what if we never own another home? It's so ingrained in you, probably in most industrialized countries, but for sure in the United States, that that's the dream, right? The dream is home ownership, and two, that's where it's a great vehicle for saving, and you get to cash out, and that's kind of what we're doing, right? We're going to make a nice chunk on our house, and it's weird to not be purchasing on the other side of it, right? I mean, it's kind of funny for some of the people that are already sending over questions. We haven't gotten any offers yet on our house, so if you know anybody needs a house, but all the questions are, well, what are the timelines, of the buyers? And, we have to be able to say to them, like, there's no timeline. Like, they're selling it and they're not moving into another house. They're done buying houses, which seems like such a crazy idea. But the longer we've kind of been talking about it and dealing with it, I think the easier it is becoming, right? It's definitely easier for me than it is for Jen. She's more emotional about it and more, this is our home, and this is a house that we just bought a few years ago, and we thought this is our forever house, right? This is where we're going to end it. This is where we're going to have, grandkids come over and the kids over, and there's a pool, and there's all sorts of fun areas that you can play basketball, and downstairs with TVs and pool rooms and all that kind of stuff. It's fun. And now all of a sudden we have switched courses and said, actually, we're going to get rid of our dream house and we're going to go travel the world. And so it's always just been an idea kind of in the abstract, right? That this is going to be something that we do in the future. So it's weird now when it's come to pass, that we're like, the house is on the market. It's on our MLS. People can see it. We've emailed out to friends and family and let them know, like, hey, our house is for sale. If you know anybody that's looking in this price point in this area, have them take a look at it, and we'd love to show it. But it's weird that that's what we're doing, and that's what's going to happen, is that we're going to sell it, and we're not going to have anywhere to go. Before that, every time we've sold, you're like, okay, we've already put an offer in over here and we've got that. And typically we've tried to leave it to where we've got 2 weeks or 4 weeks where we're living in our new house and still moving stuff out of the old one and coming over and trying to time that out and make it easy. This one's like, no, there's no timing to have to worry about. There's no nothing. We're going to move out, and if someone buys it, and if someone wants to take ownership at the end of May, great. If they want June, that's fine. They want July, doesn't matter. Yeah, we're good with that. First part of August, middle of August, doesn't matter. We leave at the end of August. So if it sells in the next 4 months anytime, yeah, then that's good by us. So it's just kind of strange to think that when that happens, and the whole, like, usually when you're selling a house, there's always the fun side of it, because you're like, hey, we're getting our new house and we like this new one better and we can't wait. And sure, we're handing these people our keys, but we're getting a new set of keys. And this is the only time that you're like, we're handing over our keys, and there's no other set of keys coming our way. We're only going to have hotel concierges and probably door codes from Airbnbs that we ever have. We're not going to have a spot that has our pillows or our favorite cooking utensils or pots and pans or anything, right? You're always going to be using somebody else's stuff for forever. Minus the fact that we get done traveling, or maybe we hate this and 3 years later we're back and we buy a house. I don't think that that's going to happen, but at some point we might come back and say, hey, we've kind of seen everything. We've been doing this for, we would love to say 20 years. We've been traveling, we've traveled the world, and we've gone and seen, 80 countries or 100 countries or 50 countries, whatever that number is. And we've loved it, but we want to come back. We want to come back to friends and family and grandkids and all that stuff. And we're not gonna do that anymore. We want a place to call home again. That might happen, but for now, the plan is we don't have a plan to buy another home anytime soon. So it's a little interesting. So I just wanted to kind of make a video to go, if you're having those emotions, if you're doing the same thing, if you're thinking, hey, we're going to slow travel, we're going to sell the house and retire and go see the world, that it's probably normal to have these emotions of, we are selling the home that we thought we were going to live in for a long, long time. And we're just selling it. We're not buying another one, and we're going to be nomads. And that's okay. It's an adventure. We don't know what lies ahead of us, and we don't know how we're going to feel about it when it actually might happen. I don't know. Maybe me, who my wife always says, like, do you have any emotions about any of this stuff? Because it's easy for me to say, hey, what about that picture? What about that chair? Is that okay if we get rid of it? I'm like, yeah, go. I don't care. I don't have anything. We'll buy a new chair when we get back, or if we want a new one, we can just buy a new one. So I don't have any of those emotions. Now, I don't know if at the end of this, we sell the house and all the fixtures and the furnitures and the pictures and anything that we have is gone. I don't know. Will I be emotional? I doubt it, but I don't know. Never done this before. So we are going to find out and see. And when it happens, I'll post a quick video and say, hey, we just did it. Oh, I'm sure I'm posting that video, because half of this idea of this whole YouTube channel is friends of ours, family, but even our kids saying, you should just document the whole process so that you can look back on it and go, remember when we thought this? And look how different that turned out, instead of going, I don't know what we thought at the beginning. So the purpose of this is, hey, maybe it helps somebody else and they can watch how we do it and learn something from it. But more importantly is that we get to document the whole process and say, hey, this is what we thought back in, look at the clock and go, hey, this is April of 2026. This is what we thought. This is what we were going to do. Isn't that funny that we had no idea what was ahead of us, or we thought we had everything figured out and we knew nothing? But yeah, so it'll be fun. But for sure, whenever we sell the house, I'll post a video that says, okay, it's gone. We are now heading to a hotel, or we're heading to an Airbnb that we've booked for the next, 6 weeks until we leave. And we don't have a place to live. We no longer have okay, I'm tired of this Airbnb, or I'm tired of this vacation, this traveling. Let's head home. Like, yeah, there's no home. That will be a little strange. So I'm prepared for that to be strange, but it'll be fun too. So just want to let you know that we're in the process of selling the house. There's some emotions to it, but especially for my wife, but for everybody. And it's going to be weird, but we'll see what happens on this journey. So, all right. See you guys.